Despite her A-list success and storybook romance with Prince Harry, Meghan Markle's life hasn't been easy. From her familial problems to issues with the British tabloids, the former actress's road to happiness hasn't been clear. Here are some of the tragic details about Meghan Markle. Meghan's parents, Doria Ragland and Thomas Markle, raised her together before divorcing when she was young. Meghan described the unkind perceptions that met her parents' interracial marriage in a 2015 Elle essay about her upbringing. She revealed, "It was the late 70s when my parents met. My dad was a lighting director for a soap opera, and my mum was a temp at the studio. They moved into a house in the Valley in LA to a neighborhood that was leafy and affordable. What it was not, however, was diverse. And there was my mum. Neighbors assumed she was the nanny." Meghan recalled a racially charged interaction with a, quote, closed-minded college classmate who implied her parents' races had to do with their divorce. The woman asked, "You said your mum is black and your dad is white, right?" Meghan remembered the woman saying that it makes sense they were divorced, and Meghan understood the implication. Like many other young women, Meghan struggled with her self-image as a teenager into her 20s. In a since-deleted 2014 post on her lifestyle blog The Tig, she wrote about the groups that left her, quote, grappling with how to fit in during her school years. She explained, "My high school had cliques, the black girls and white girls, the Filipino and the Latina girls. Being biracial, I fell somewhere in between. So every day during lunch, I busied myself with meetings, French club, student body, whatever one could possibly do between noon and 1 p.m, I was there, so that I wouldn't have to eat alone." Navigating Hollywood in her 20s presented a new set of challenges for her self-esteem. She went on to admit, "My 20s were brutal, a constant battle with myself, judging my weight, my style, my desire to be as cool, as hip, as smart, as whatever as everyone else. I must have been about 24 when a casting director looked at me during an audition and said, 'You need to know that you're enough. Less makeup, more Meghan.'" Meghan's path to Hollywood success also came with some racial speed bumps. She has been open about the challenges that she's experienced because of her biracial identity, describing herself in her 2015 Elle essay as an ethnic chameleon who couldn't book a job. Markle revealed that the characters she auditioned for in Hollywood often were assigned a specific race. She explained, "There couldn't possibly be a more label-driven industry than acting, seeing as every audition comes with a character breakdown: beautiful, sassy Latina, 20s, African American, urban, pretty, early 30s, Caucasian blonde, modern girl next door." She went on to reveal that her ethnically ambiguous status often meant she, quote, wasn't black enough for the black roles and wasn't white enough for the white ones. Many years after the divorce of her parents, Meghan experienced an annulment of her own. She and ex-husband Trevor Engelson began dating in 2004. After a lengthy courtship, the couple eventually married in September 2011. Unfortunately for the newlyweds, her marriage to the producer corresponded with her landing her breakout role on the USA Network drama Suits, which filmed in Canada 8 months out of the year. With Meghan shooting in Toronto while her husband stayed behind in Los Angeles, the distance allegedly contributed to the couple's eventual divorce in 2013. A report in Women's Day claimed that Meghan and Engelson found maintaining a long-distance relationship to be challenging and that their marriage began to fall apart. By August 2013, their relationship was over, and Meghan and Engelson ended their marriage in a no-fault divorce. She may have ended her marriage by mail, according to claims by royal biographer Andrew Morton in his 2018 book, Meghan, a Hollywood Princess. Morton wrote, "A wealthy entrepreneur friend claimed the marriage ended so abruptly that Meghan sent Trevor her diamond wedding and engagement rings back by registered mail." Morton also claimed that Engelson angrily denied an interview request for the book, telling Morton, "I have zero to say about her." As an American, Meghan has admitted that she didn't grasp how the British media would treat her relationship with Prince Harry. She's claimed that her British friends had warned her against dating him, fearing the negative repercussions on her life. Speaking to ITV as part of the 2019 documentary Harry and Meghan: An African Journey, Meghan described, "When I first met my now husband, my friends were really happy because I was so happy. But my British friends said to me, 'I'm sure he's great, but you shouldn't do it because the British tabloids will destroy your life.' And I very naively thought, I'm American. We don't have that there. What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. As Meghan would unfortunately come to realise, her British friends' warnings about the tabloids would turn out to be accurate.
I never thought that this would be easy, but I thought it would be fair. And that's the part that's really hard to reconcile.
Meghan admitted that she didn't agree with the long-standing idea of British stoicism, referred to as the stiff upper lip. She explained, "I've said for a long time, it's not enough to just survive something. I think that's not the point of life. You've got to thrive, you've got to feel happy, and I think I really tried to adopt this British sensibility of a stiff upper lip, but I think that what that does internally is probably really damaging." When Meghan began dating Prince Harry, her life transformed. She lost the privacy and freedom she enjoyed as a more minor celebrity. The many changes Meghan made in her life prior to her May 2018 wedding included selling her house in Toronto, becoming baptised into the Church of England, and leaving Suits. As part of her introduction to the royal family, Meghan had to comply with a set of rules intended to govern her behaviour as a duchess. Thanks to the Queen's disdain for selfies, garlicky dishes, and women wearing skirts without tights, Meghan likely couldn't indulge in any of those behaviours without some backlash. She also erased her online personality from the internet, shutting down her lifestyle blog The Tig and wiping her personal social media profiles, posting instead from her joint Sussex Royal Instagram account with Prince Harry. However, Meghan and Harry's announcement in January 2020 that they would be separating from their roles in the British royal family presented new possibilities for Meghan to regain some of the pleasures of normal civilian life. From the very beginning of her relationship with Prince Harry, Meghan was vilified by the British press, with tabloids publishing sexist, racist, and classist comments about her. In a then unprecedented move early in their relationship, Harry issued a public plea petitioning the press to respect the privacy of his then-girlfriend in 2016, issuing a statement condemning the, quote, wave of abuse and harassment that met Meghan once their relationship went public. Offensive tabloid headlines aimed at Meghan included the Daily Mail surmising about Meghan's, quote, exotic DNA and straight outta Compton upbringing, and in 2019, BBC presenter Danny Baker was fired after posting a tweet comparing Meghan and Prince Harry's then infant son Archie to a chimpanzee. Meghan fought back, breaking royal protocol, with British royals normally playing nice with the press, even in the face of negative coverage, by suing the Mail on Sunday tabloid in 2019. Following news of the lawsuit, Prince Harry issued another statement supporting his wife, writing, "Unfortunately, my wife has become one of the latest victims of a British tabloid press that wages campaigns against individuals with no thought to the consequences, a ruthless campaign that has escalated over the past year, throughout her pregnancy and while raising our newborn son." When Meghan and Harry stepped away from the royal family in 2020, the couple sent letters to a number of British tabloids, informing them of a new zero-engagement policy locking them out. It came as no surprise that Meghan's mother was one of the only members of her family who attended her 2018 royal wedding. In the years since Markle's relationship with Harry went public, she's experienced a specific kind of betrayal at the hands of her family members, including her father Thomas and his two children from a previous marriage, Thomas Markle Jr. and Samantha Grant. Thomas Markle Sr. embarrassed his daughter the week before her May 2018 nuptials by staging paparazzi photos that showed him trying on tuxes and studying British history, eventually telling TMZ that the images were stupid and hammy, and later skipping his daughter's wedding. Markle Sr. came out against his daughter again in 2020 when Meghan and Prince Harry announced they would be stepping away from their royal duties, telling Us Weekly that he was disappointed by their decision. Meghan's half-siblings haven't been any kinder, with Markle Jr. allegedly writing a letter to Prince Harry in 2018 slamming Meghan as a, quote, jaded, shallow, conceited woman, according to In Touch.
I feel a bit betrayed being, shoved off to the side like I don't exist.
Markle Jr. eventually walked back his comments, but his sister Samantha Grant hasn't stopped attacking Meghan in the press, beginning in 2016 when she called Meghan a social climber, according to The Sun. Grant, who began publicly going by the name Samantha Markle, criticised Meghan for not inviting her to her wedding in 2018 and, in 2019, tweeted that Meghan was a narcissist, according to Yahoo Style. In the years leading up to Prince Harry and Meghan announcing they were stepping away from their royal duties in January 2020, Meghan was dogged by rumours that she and her sister-in-law, Prince William's wife Kate Middleton, were embroiled in a feud. Buzz continued to swirl years after Meghan and Prince Harry's wedding in 2018, with Tatler reporting in 2020 that Meghan and Kate had an argument in the weeks leading up to Meghan's wedding. The publication pointed to Harry and Meghan's departure from their royal duties as a new source of stress on Kate. Tatler reported, "Kate is furious about the larger workload. Of course, she's smiling and dressing appropriately, but she doesn't want this. She feels exhausted and trapped." While the royals issued a statement shooting down the Tatler article as inaccurate, the story wasn't the first time the press surmised about the bad blood between the wives of the British royal brothers. In 2019, Us Weekly reported that Meghan and Kate had an unpleasant exchange over Christmas time 2018 about their frustrations with each other, with rumours following them throughout 2019 claiming that the friendly moments they shared in public were actually PR stunts. In a heartbreaking op-ed in the New York Times, Meghan revealed that she suffered a miscarriage in July 2020. While changing the diaper of her first child, Archie, the Duchess of Sussex wrote that she felt a sharp cramp and immediately knew something was wrong. She explained, "I dropped to the floor with him in my arms, humming a lullaby to keep us both calm. The cheerful tune, a stark contrast to my sense that something was not right. I knew as I clutched my firstborn child that I was losing my second." The former actress leaned on the strength of her husband as they mourned together. She wrote, "Sitting in a hospital bed watching my husband's heart break as he tried to hold the shattered pieces of mine, I realized that the only way to begin to heal is to first ask, 'Are you okay?'" The moment made Meghan realize the power of what she called her off-the-cuff reply to an ITV reporter who asked a similar question in reference to her combative relationship with the press.
And also thank you for asking, because not many people have asked if I'm okay.
Markle further revealed that the essay was an effort to not only dispel the taboo surrounding miscarriage, but to also discuss the polarization and isolation that left most of the world feeling more alone than ever in 2020. In the grief we all share, she found hope, writing, "For the first time in a long time, as human beings, we are really seeing one another. Are we okay? We will be." Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Nicki Swift videos about your favourite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.